Good evening, everybody. I'm going to be doing a rant about the school system. It's night, as you can see. Night. But yeah, basically, I'm going to do a rant about the U.S. school system. I have not really researched it, yeah, it's just from experiencing it. I know it's kind of fucked up, so yeah. But go away, bug. But basically, sorry, I haven't gotten a lot of sleep. I'm gonna start off with a story about how I got kind of fucked over. I mean, in the long run, it was fine, it worked out, but it still fucked me over, which made me have to basically I had to do like a class called credit recovery, but like, I missed a lot of days of school. My mom was going through cancer, so I ended up missing a lot of days of school because I was the one who could drive her places. And my stepdad, he had to work, and, somebody had to work, and, I wasn't working, my little brother wasn't working, so, I became the person who had to drive her, and, yeah, so I missed a lot of days of school, like more than what you're allowed to miss. So my mom had to call him and explain to him what happened and like give proof that she did in fact go to the doctors and what days and all this other crap. And, they kept saying that she's lying and all this other stuff and asking if it's forged and all this crap, to which she tore them a new asshole. But, basically, I had geometry. I failed by 1 point. There's ants everywhere. Yeah, I failed by 1 point. The reason was not because of my test scores, because all my test scores were like B's and higher, and like high B's. They weren't like low B's. They were high B's. The thing was I didn't really do much of the homework. I was pretty much showing up. I would have like a day of class to get an idea of what we're working on. You know how you start off an entire chapter, you just kind of like go through stuff, and then you go into the chapter and actually like break it down and really learn about it. That's basically how it's set up. So I had an idea of what we were learning. It's geometry, so it's definitely not hard. It's fucking shapes. And then what's not shapes, you just take out your calculator, type in like cosine, sine, tangent, whatever. It's really simple stuff. I originally went into school for associate's degree in drafting, so trust me, I know how to do geometry. But yeah, my test scores were high, but he gave so much homework, like a lot of homework, and the reason why the teachers give a lot of homework is to raise your grade, and like test scores do count more, but if you have like 20 times the number of homework, and homework's worth 20%, while tests are worth 30%, overall, the homework is what determines your grade. There was people in there who basically failed or just barely passed every test, including the final, but because they did every single homework, they passed with like a D or a low C, and me, because for the most part, I didn't even receive the homework because, you know, I was gone. You know, I ended up not getting those points. And then when I was there, and I did get the homework, it was something where I just didn't do it. I don't do homework. To me, homework is supposed to be a way for you to communicate to the teacher as to what you do and do not know. So if you don't do it and you fail, then it's all on you. If you do it and it shows that you don't understand it and you fail and your teacher collects that homework, then it's on your teacher, because your teacher's job is to teach you. And, you know, if you're simply not doing your homework and you fail, then, you know, you're not giving your teacher a chance to teach you. But the way the system's set up is that homework costs more simply so you can't really fail. And that's retarded, because my teacher brought me up. He was giving us all our grades and stuff. He was, you know, letting us come up there. He would call us up. He'd be like, do you want to know what your final grade is? And, you know, everyone's basically like, yeah, because why wouldn't you want to know? And so I went up there, and he showed me what my final grade was. So it was 1 point from Beck Jets. I'm hoping you can hear me now. But yeah, I wanted to do this inside, but all the lounges were all taken with people playing pool and watching TV shows, and I don't want to do videos in front of people because people will decide to just jump in and give me their opinion, and though their opinion's welcomed, and I would like to hear it and, you know, even debate with them or even just hear their side. While I'm making a video, I basically don't want to offend anybody, you know, because just the last video was about religion and all that, and I know somebody would get offended by that. This video, I mean, no one would get offended by it. They'd just be like, oh, okay. You know, but the thing is, they're also loud, so. But, the teacher brought me up there, showed me what my test scores was, and I was like, alright. I was about to walk away, and he was like, you know, can I talk to you for a second? And I was like, yeah, I guess. So, yeah, he showed me, you know, he was like, this is your final. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I want you to look at all your test scores. And he took a little piece of paper and blocked out all the other scores except for the test ones. He was like, just showing me them, because, you know, the way he had it set up was like the boxes were all like this. So like all tests, all homework. But yeah, there's another jet coming over, and I'm gonna keep talking. But basically, he showed me my test scores and decided to tell me that I understand it, which I know I understand it. I did those tests. I saw my grades. I already know what the hell I'm doing. You don't need to then show me that I know what the hell I'm doing. I know what the hell I'm doing. You know, some people, they legitimately don't know that they know what the hell they're doing, and they just happen to do it. Me, if I'm confident in something, it's because I actually have done it enough to actually realize I know what the fuck I'm doing. I get cocky about some things, but math is not one of them. I hate math. I suck at math. So if I'm actually understanding that I understand math, then you sure as hell don't need to tell me that I understand it. Because that's the one thing I normally don't understand at all. But yeah, he decided to show me my test grades. And I was like, well, being that we both understand and we both know that I know the lessons that are to be taught. Could you give me that 1 point to, give me a D? Maybe a low D, but it'd be passing. And, I'd still have that credit. And he said no. And I asked him why. And fuck you, Spider. he said, no, because it would be unfair to other people. And I was like, then give everybody else a point. And I asked him what the next highest grade was. And, the next highest grade was like a 98. And so it was like, everybody's benefiting. It's not like you hit that cap of, whatever. That person can go up a point. Just give me the 1 more point. But he refused, and he was like, I understand that your mom was going through cancer and all this other crap. So being that he actually stopped me from going back to my seat to tell me that, I know what I'm doing and that he's disappointed in me, pissed me off. To me, what schooling should be about is learning. That's it. If you know it, you learn it, you understand it, you can reproduce it, and you can do it over and over and over, which obviously I could because I went on to go into drafting, which didn't pan out because, the school I went to had a system error and shit happened, and a lot of people got basically dropped out of classes, and then they had to apologize and all this other crap. It turned into a shitstorm, which resulted in me deciding, fuck this, and I didn't go back there. So I basically have like half a degree in drafting, but which sucks because we were actually getting into some really awesome stuff, like 3D drafting and stuff. It's really cool. But yeah, I know how to do all that. So obviously I knew what the hell I was doing, and it wasn't just something that was like I was going to just go later on and brain dump. Even if it was, the fact that I could retain it enough all the way through to finish the final with a damn good score even, it was a low A, but, for how many days of school I missed, that's pretty damn good. But, the purpose of school is to teach you. That's what it should be. The purpose of school is for you to learn basic knowledge to carry on into a specific work field. Like, for example, drafting, you do need to know geometry. It's throughout high school, middle school, and elementary school, we learn very basic shit. Very basic shit. Now you can learn a little bit more, like, not so basic shit. But for the most part, it's basic shit. So that you can take it on to another job. And you then take that some of that basic shit, not all of it, but some of it, and go on and use that knowledge and elaborate on it further so that you actually end up learning something worth that knowledge. And but I ended up arguing with him, which resulted in him, well, some of the class actually turned around and were just like staring, because I'm like that quiet kid in class. I know I'm talking a lot, but I'm that quiet kid in class. I don't talk a lot. So, the fact that I was arguing with the teacher when I'm normally that really quiet kid who doesn't say shit, I guess kind of surprised people. And, several people just turned around like, oh shit. I got told to go back to my seat. Or, I played football at the time, so my coach happened to be, like, right up the